Hello friends, Heather here, and today I'm going to show you a mini album / journal that I have created using digital images from Gecko Gals as well as products, beautiful trims, and bags from Really Reasonable Ribbon. So I'm mainly just going to show you how to make the basic book, and you'll see it's pretty nice size. I have used the big bitty bags from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and let me just show you what those look like. I have used the pink and white polka dot. Here they are. There's also many different bag styles Bonnie has. Here are some, I think these are called pink frosting, and you buy them in a 10-pack from Really Reasonable Ribbon. Those are pink and white, and they come in other colors. I just happen to be a big fan of pink and white. You can also get them like in a stripe. I have red and white stripe, but they come in other colors as well. And let's see, here's the blue and white. And then I also wanted to show you that Bonnie has in her store, as well as the big bitty bags, there are these craft bags, little white craft bags. You get 10 of those in a pack. And there are also the midi bitty bags, and these are ones that look like lined paper. Super cute, if I do say so myself. Alright, so these are the same size, the craft paper bags and the midi bitty bags. And this comes in some other styles as well. There's like a graph paper one, and I'm not sure, but you can go to the Really Reasonable Ribbon blog and then to the shop, and you can see all the different bags that Bonnie has to offer. And I like the colored bags better than lunch bags just because they're more colorful. And in the past I just used plain pink lunch bags, but those were like kind of the only ones I could find, and they were okay, but I love the ones that have the patterns. So and it's like you can ink these and pretty much make them like whatever color you want to go with the pink and white or other colors. Okay, so let me just show you the basic way I set this up. I made a binding here, and I just used cardstock, and I have used, I believe, let's see, how many bags? So I got 3 bags here. I think I got 3 bags. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to put it together in just a moment. But, so they'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets, and then there's also 2 pockets at the top. So I'm going to just show you what I did. I used some plain cards, pre-made cards that I just bought at the store at Joann's, and they are, let me tell you what size they are. Actually, they're these David, whatever their name is, Tutura cards. I got them at Joann's. You can get whichever brand. This is all I could find at the time, but they're the 4.25 inch by 5 and 5 inch bags, and they fit perfect in these mid bitty bags, or the big bitty bags I mean. Alright, and what I did in order to make my tabs is I used some scrap ribbon pieces that I had, and I just lined them up so that they would look like little tabs when they were sticking out. So on my first one, I just simply took 2, like little 1-inch pieces of ribbon, 1.5 inch, fold them over on themselves, glued them, and then just glued them in place. And what you'll do is you'll just set your 6 cards or 4 cards up on top of each other like I have here. And then you will just kind of put the ribbons where you want so that it looks like on each card there's at least 1 ribbon so you can pull it out. And you just want to have it stick somewhere. And I just used my scrap pieces of ribbon that I've gotten from Bonnie. This is a pink crochet lace, and this is the aqua glitter ribbon. And I will have links below, and there are links on my blog to the exact ones I used. And then on this one I just have the aqua. And on this one here I thought it'd be fun to use the big green leaves as well as the pink crochet lace. And it can just slide in here. And it doesn't really matter like what order you put them in or how you decorate them, because this was all going to hang out the outside of the bag and look real pretty. And I really love the way the leaves look, and so that's something I'll be doing more of, because these are the new big leaves. They're really pretty from Really Reasonable Ribbon. Actually, here they are here. And then this is the new April set, or actually February set of digital ephemera from Gecko Gals, the birds. There's a lot of really pretty bird images at Gecko Gals this month. And then I have created my own papers for the inside. And so I will maybe put one of those together for you as well. My cat is visiting us, one of our cats. Hopefully he won't get in the way. But just so you know, he's there. And then I'm going to do the same with the rest of these cards. And I'm mainly going to put notes in them because I really just want to do more writing than anything else, and then take pictures. So, all right, I'm going to set this aside and go back to our cover here. And so what I did is I measured out my bag. So here we go. And I have the, let me see. I've got the large, this is a large binding here. And this one I have actually measured. It is 1.5 inch and then another inch. So 2.5 inch total piece. And then I ran it through my embosser. And then I sanded it and I inked it with Vintage Photo. Then I scored it on the 1 inch mark, and then I turned it over and I scored it on the other 1 inch mark, so that then I had a 1/2 inch in the center, which then I used my Crop-A-Dile and I punched 2 holes. Now on this one I only, this is a smaller, but if you used more bags, this is how you would want to do it. So if you use like 6 bags or something. And then what I'll do is I'm going to tie a ribbon through these 2 holes so I can make a bow on the outside here. Now, I simply just cut my Juliet lace and glued it with a glue gun on the inside. And I eyeballed the center of my binder here. And I just glued down some of the champagne organza, which is one of my favorites. And this looks to be, if you go, let's see, that's 12 and 12. It's 24. Let's see. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So like if you have like 1 yard piece, you're going to be fine. I like my bows to be kind of big, so that is a good size. Now let's see. Let me find my other one here. I just wanted you to see what these looked like before I inked them, etc. So it's just a plain piece of cardstock, and actually this is the sandable ones from Ranger, Tim Holtz. So I really like them because you can sand in the core shows through, which is white. So this again is just a 2.5 inch piece, and that is for the larger books. And it is 2.5 inches by, let's see, I believe it's 6 1/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1/4 inches. So that is how tall the bags are going to be. So 6 1/4 inches by 2.5 inches if you're going to do like 6 bags. If you're only going to do like the 3 bags like I have, you'll still have the 6 1/4 inches by only 2 1/4 inches. And let's say you only wanted to do just 1 bag even, then you could just do a 2 inch and then just score it right down 1 inch and then fold it over. And I used a really intricate embossing folder on this one, so it's kind of tearing apart a little bit, but it'll just give it a nice shabby look. And you'll notice that this one is a little smaller, and that's because I thought I would try making a one of the bitty bitty bags. And so this is kind of how it would look if you just wanted to do a 1 page or 1 bag little pocket. It would be really cute. Okay. And then you would just glue to the inside the same way I did here, your trims that you want to use and your ribbon. And like on this one, I used the Juliet lace as well, but I also tucked in some little folded pieces of the aqua, and that just adds even more dimension to it. So it turned out really cute. So that is that. Now I'll be right back, and I'm going to get the bags. Okay, I have one of the big bitty bags here, and I was just going to show you how I folded them so you would know the easiest way to fold them. So all I did is I have the one side that's open here for the actual bag, and I'm just going to fold this bottom edge over to meet at the top here with the top of this piece right here. So not the additional piece that's to the edge. So I'm just going to fold into here. And I'm going to hold that in place and just give it a little crease. Okay. And now I'm going to get a cutter. And I just got my small one here for demonstration purposes. All right. There we go. And I'm going to just slide this under. And let's go to the 4.5 inch on here. So you're going to line up at 4.5 inches. And then you're going to cut excess. All right. And what that's going to do is it's going to make your bag now have 2 pockets. So you'll have one at the closed end, but that used to be closed, and then also one where it was in the beginning. All right, and then what you can do is then you'll take your bag and now you'll fold it back the other way so that your these parts here are on the inside, and you can cover them up with lace or whatever you want. And actually, I kind of like it having this at the top, but you can have it at the bottom, it doesn't matter. And you can cover that up as well with other papers, as well as this too, like if you just have a piece of paper. I kind of like the bags just showing because they're already pretty, so they don't really need much paper to cover anything up. So you just put your pictures right on that page. So here is one bag. I did the same thing with the tiny bag, the midi bags. So let me just show you how to do this one. And it's pretty much the same idea. You're just going to fold up, oops, I got 2 bags here, to the spot here. And then you're going to hold it down and give it a little crease. There we go. And then you're going to get your cutter. You're going to line this up, push this through, and I decided that 3.5 inches was good for this one. I'm going to give it and then you have your midi bitty bag pocket. And then it just depends on how many you want to use as to how many pockets you're going to have, etc. So you just turn this back the other way and then fold it. And now you have 2 sets of pockets, which is kind of fun. So 2 pockets now instead of just 1. All right, so let me see. So we could have 2, and you put 2 together. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some score tape, and I'm going to show you how to put these together. So you're going to decide whether you want to do like 3 bags or if you want to do 6 bags. And I will show you how to do 3, and it'll be the same if you do 6. You just do the same thing. I have the score tape, which you can get at really reasonable ribbon in the 1/4 inch and also in the 1/8 inch. And today I'm going to be using the 1/4 inch. So feel free to get your score tape and your bags and have them cut, and we'll get going on the next part here. Okay, I'm back with the bags, and I've already gone ahead and put on my score tape. So on the first bag, you're just going to put a piece of the 1/4 inch score tape going down the left side, which is on the fold. Okay, then you're just going to set that here to the side. On your next bag, the middle bag, you're going to have it go down each side and across the bottom. So make sure you have it across the bottom, otherwise you won't have a pocket at the top. So I just want you to see up close. I like the score tape because it's really easy to find where you put it. Okay, just turn that one over. And on the last page, if you're doing just 3 bags, you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to have score tape down the left on the fold, kind of, and then also one down at the right, and then one across the bottom. Now, if you wanted to do another set of 3 bags, you would just do them the same way. You would have the one on the very first one, and then you do the rest of the bags like this, with the score tape going down both sides and across the bottom. And then on the very last bag, so the 6th bag or the 3rd bag, when you turn it over on the back, you're going to have a piece of score tape running down the back here. So you can see it's right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put these together by peeling off the tape here. And I like this because it's so much easier to peel off. Of course, now I say that it's really great for using when doing videos, because you can comes off pretty easy. It's just going to be a problem there because I said something. All right, and then you just want to line up your bag. So I got to stand up. I like to stand up when I'm lining things up. And just kind of put it down. There we go. So now we've got our 1, 2 pockets. And we also have our 3rd pocket and our 4th pocket, and then a pocket at the top of this one here. So let me show you really quick. I just got, I believe they're the number 8 size tags. They look like this by Ranger. I used a Gecko Gals digital paper from this month's set. So the February set of digital papers are really pretty and flowery. And I just printed out a whole sheet and then just put some glue on, glued it down, used the Juliet lace at the top and the champagne ribbon to create a cute little tie. It already has a hole punched in it, so you just go back with your hole punch and punch the hole. Now I'm going to be doing like some writing on the back of mine because, like I said, I'm using mine mainly to keep track of where I'm putting things, so it's more of a useful thing and not just a pretty thing. All right, so we have our inside and then our 2 pockets here. Make a pocket at the top, so these tags are going to fit nicely right in the top there. So there you go. Perfect. And I love it when you can buy things that are like a standard and you can make them work. So if you're just doing 3 pages or 3 of these, you only need 2 tags. But if you're going to do a 6-page book, then you'll want to get 4 tags, which you just buy them at like Joann's or through your favorite online shop. And then you can, I don't know how many come in a bag, but if you bought 1 package, you would have plenty enough to do this. So I kind of accidentally overlapped a little. So I'm having some problems here. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to line this one up. I'm going to turn it back this way. I'm going to take my card out there. And you want to make sure that you have your score tape at the bottom here and that you have your openings at the top. And you're just going to line it up and then smush it all nice and down. Okay, and so now you have your basic book. So, and then you have your 2 slots at the top for your tags. Let's see. Oops. So there's my 2 tags. And then you're going to have your things at the sides here. Oh, I should have cut this one a little better. This is coming out of the inside, which doesn't really matter so much. Okay. Now on the big bitty bags, like I said, the cards are 4.25 inches across by 5.5 inches long. If you just want to make your own out of cardstock, you would just cut a sheet out 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and then you would fold it in half. And that's going to give you the right size that you want for your inside pockets here. So there is one. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those that you'll need. Okay, now if you were to do a tiny one, like this size, then you're going to want to cut those same cards. You can cut those down to a 3.5 inches across by 4.75 inches long. So if you just want to cut them out of cardstock, that would be a 7-inch wide piece by 4.75 inches. And then that's going to fit inside the itty bitty bags. So here you go, just so you can kind of see. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I have my larger binding that I showed you. So when I do 6 bags, which I'm going to put 3 more together with this and make a bigger bag. But here is the binding, and I just wanted to show you what the bow would look like with the on the edge here. And just so you know, what I did is I used my crocodile, and I just took my large hole punch and I just went in as far as it would allow me to go. And then that way I knew I had the same distance on either side. So that makes it easier for no measuring. And then I used a yard of the aqua seam binding, very pretty. And all I did was thread it through here on each side and pull it up and tie a bow. And whenever I get my design team packages, I order lots of ribbons, and Bonnie sends us the you know, some free ribbons each month, as well as the ribbon kit. And so when I'm talking about like my scraps of ribbon, it's like here I have my bow, and you'll notice that I've got kind of a lot hanging off this edge, so I'm just going to give it a little snip out here. And so this would be what I consider like a ribbon scrap. And so at a later time, I'll just probably fold that over and then glue it together to create something with that. So that's kind of how these pieces came about here, with the glitter in the turquoise color, or the aqua glitter from this month's ribbon assortment. So the Easter egg kit now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just glue some of these. I cut 4 of them, and they all happen to be about 2.5 inches. So that's about the right size. You can make yours whatever size you want. And I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. And I'm just going to use my glue gun after I get my crocodile off the cord here. And I'm going to just put a little bead of glue here at the very edge. And I'm going to just kind of stick this in here. And let's see. I like about how far that comes out, so I'll show you. Here you go. And that's kind of how it'll look there. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with my other 4 pieces. And I just normally eyeball everything. So I'm going to put another bead of glue down here and stick another one in. There we go. And I kind of just use my ribbon as my guide to make sure I'm kind of got them sticking out the same amount. This one might be out just a little bit farther, but that's okay. And now let's see. I am going to put one, I think, just either side of this here. So about right there. I'm just going to stick one in here. There we go. And if you end up not liking them, since it's the inside, you can just take them out pretty easily and then put them where you want them. But I'm pretty sure this is where I want mine to go. So there we go. So now I'm going to have 4 on this one. Ooh, I love it. All right, so when I have my bags, it'll look like this. So it's going to look real pretty. So I'm going to end up putting a pink one on top because I like to start out with pink. Not sure why, but it's just one of my things. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, get this out of the way now. And let's do some embellishing on the front of our piece here. And I'm going to use the big leaves, so from Really Reasonable Ribbon as well. And I'm just going to kind of stick them on there where I want them. So actually pretty much anywhere looks good to me. Can't go wrong with these leaves. So I'm going to go ahead, and I like to kind of hold it down in place and just put some glue here so I can at least get one glued in place. And I think that's good there. I'm going to get these out of the way. And you wonder, I'm always talking about how I have little glue strands all over everything, and I really need to get new glasses, and I'm always misplacing the 2 pair I have. I'm kind of down to like 1 pair right now, so I'm not sure my other pair is. So that's why you'll see all the little glue tendrils all over my stuff. So I can't see anything until I take a photo, and then I have like a big old pile of little glue pieces all over, because I like to take close-up photos, and after you take your photo, you see all this stuff that you couldn't see with your normal eyes. And it's like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Okay. I love these new leaves. They're nice and poofy. And hello, I use the leaves on everything, because leaves are just like natural. You find them everywhere in nature, and I just love them. So I think they make everything look pretty. And green is a beautiful, natural color, so it goes well with everything. At least I think so. So, all right, there we go. So that's the start of my binding, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I went ahead and added the rest of my bags to mine, and I decided to just go with 5 pockets or 5 bags because I want to start with pink and end with pink. I'm kind of weird that way, but that's just one of those things. So you want to make sure you have all your things lined up with your pockets at the top. And what I've done now in order to attach my bags to my binding is I've used 2 rows of the score tape in the 1/4 inch, and I put it on the front and on the back. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull off this first one. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick it in here. And the reason I'm not taking off the second one is because I still need to decorate the front of this, and I want to do some inking and stuff, so I don't want it to be all the way closed up. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide it in to what looks like a good, let's see, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and just press that down. Maybe I'll actually flip it over. That'll make it easier. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull off both of these on the back. Actually, I guess I'll just go ahead and pull off one because I might tuck an image in on the back as well. Which you'll see that's kind of what I did here on this one, is I kind of tilted it and tucked it in. So, all right, and I'm going to pull this up. And I'm going to flip it back this way. And then push it down so it'll stick. And there we go. So now I've got my little finished book. And once you, yeah, I'm going to have to, let's see. Maybe I'll need to add one more bag. I might add one more bag, but I haven't decided yet. I might add a smaller bag or something different even. But that's how you'll do that. And so then you'll have all your pockets and all your pages. And like I said, I didn't really want to use any decorative paper because the bags are already pretty, so I'm good to go. And I guess I might go ahead and do one more because I'm not sure if I can get it to stick to that side. Let's see. I guess if I just slide in like that on the last page. There we go. So now I'm good. All right. So here's the top. And like I said, you could do either the 5 bags, or if you want to slide one more bag in there, that would be like perfect. And that's that. And then all I did was bring this around and my other one around. And then I just tie that for my closure. And just make a pretty bow with this organza ribbon. So pretty. And of course you're going to have some leftover, which you can cut it down, and then you'll have some more little pieces to use like on your tags, etc. And I'm going to add some more embellishments to this, but I can do that in another tutorial. I just wanted to give you the main idea of how to create the bags and the tags, etc. The basics. Alright, so if you have any questions, you can send me an email at heatherahudson@gmail.com, or you can contact me through YouTube or on my blog at heatherahudson.blogspot.com. So make sure you go over and check out Really Reasonable Ribbon and see all the new trims and all the bags Bonnie has that you can create your own beautiful little mini album with. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.